Hi, this is Tuesday, October 12th, 2010. Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about the upcoming elections, the political climate in the United States, what's been going on for the past couple of years. It all seems very interesting to me. It's very unexpected, to say the least. First of all, you have the Republicans. Now, the Republican Party has been openly trying to derail the economy for the past 2 years, openly trying to derail ordinary Americans' lives, trying to make us as miserable as possible, trying to put people out of their homes, trying to put people out of their jobs. Well, maybe that's too strong of a statement. It's not like they caused it's not like they're specifically trying to do that, but what they're doing more specifically is they're trying to prevent Barack Obama from making anything any better. They're trying to prevent him from ameliorating the pain of Americans. So because of their actions, more people are being foreclosed, more people are being laid off. And that's exactly what they want. They want Barack Obama to fail. And the way he's going to fail is we're all going to suffer. So I think it's very interesting that the Republican Party has been doing this for the past couple of years rather openly. And no one seems to be noticing. Now, the Democrats, on the other hand, they have been trying to do some things. But the funny thing about the Democrats is that they act almost exactly like the Republicans when the Republicans aren't trying to derail Obama. So, now the Republicans right now are acting like criminals who are trying to reach an objective, so they take a hostage. The hostage just happens to be the economy and the American populace. So they're saying, okay, I've got these people here. I'll kill them if you don't give me the House back and the Senate back, right? That's what they really want. They want to get back in control of the House and the Senate, and they're willing to make us as miserable as possible in order to accomplish that goal. So, would they scale back and become more reasonable and try to fix the economy if they got in charge? Well, possibly. I think that they're acting a lot more extreme now than they would if they were in power. Because like I said, they're trying to sabotage Barack Obama and the Democrats. So I think they're being a little bit more extreme than they would be, but on the other hand, I don't think they would go out of their way to help working class people. I just don't think that's what they're about. And the sad thing is, the Republicans and the Democrats are basically the same. The Democrats aren't going out of their way either. The Democrats are trying to do some things, but not nearly what they should be doing. And the Republicans are trying to sabotage what little that they are willing to do. Now, if you want to know just how similar to the Republicans the Democrats really are, just think about the fact that Barack Obama is not allowing a nationwide moratorium on foreclosures. Now think about that. He's not allowing a nationwide moratorium on foreclosures at a time when people are being thrown out of their houses left and right, and to top it off, many of those foreclosures are illegal. But that's okay. That's okay with Barack Obama to illegally throw people out of their homes. It's not okay to tell the banks to stop. Now, contrast this with Bank of America. Bank of America actually has instituted a nationwide moratorium on its foreclosures. Can you imagine that? Bank of America is more liberal than Barack Obama. I mean, isn't that amazing? So, and I don't know exactly what the reasons for this moratorium are, But the fact is, they've instituted a moratorium, and Barack Obama will not. So that tells you basically all you need to know. And that is the reason, in a nutshell, why the Democrats are losing. Now, I think that the Republican strategy of sabotaging Barack Obama and sabotaging the economy to get elected is totally foolish. I don't think that their success has anything to do with that. I think that if anything, they've turned people off to them, but especially people in the middle. But the reason why the Republicans are doing so well right now is not because people are rallying to the Republicans per se. The real reason is that Democrats in this country, to a large extent, have given up on democracy. And that's what's really, I think, interesting about the current political climate, and not at all unexpected, but interesting because, the Democrats have shown themselves to be exactly like the Republicans in all the ways that matter. And Barack Obama has given us nothing that he promised. And of course I knew that was going to happen. I mean, he was a brand, not a leader, a brand, a spokesman for the corporate elite, et cetera, but not a real leader. So I knew that he wasn't going to do anything, but he hasn't done anything. He hasn't distinguished himself from George W. Bush in any way that's notable. And so a lot of the Democrats have said, you know what, this is all just a sham. It doesn't matter whether Democrats or Republicans are in power. The same things are going to happen. So the Democrats are just going to say, wash their hands of it and give up on the political process in this country. Now, the Republicans gave up on, a lot of the centrist Republicans had already given up on the Republicans a long time ago. But what you see now is the extremists. The extremists are coming to the fore because most everybody else has given up. Most everybody with, a decent amount of knowledge and, a decent ability to think for themselves has walked away from this political process. Because, you can only elect a Democrat or Republican, and the Democrat and Republicans would do the exact same thing. That's not democracy. That's a sham. And more people know that. So that's the reason why you see all these extremists getting into these political races. You see people backing extremists. Of course, that probably has a lot to do with the economy. I mean, extremism is always more prevalent when there's economic trouble. But I think it also has to do with the fact that a lot of the people who are in the middle, or the people who are on the left, or even a lot of the people on the right, but not the extreme right, have walked away from this sham political process and, wash their hands of it because they know better. They know what's going on, and they're not going to waste their time. So now you see, the Tea Party gaining prominence, and people like Sarah, the people who are following Sarah Palin and people like that, they're going to keep on participating because they don't have a clue. They think, like Sarah Palin, that people rode around on dinosaurs 4,000 years ago, maybe. I mean, that's just about as ridiculous as thinking that voting for a Republican or a Democrat is going to make a difference, or that they are going to go to Washington and look out for your interests. They're not. And I think most people know that now. They go to Washington on corporate money and do corporate bidding, and there's not a bit of difference between them. So that doesn't mean that the extremism isn't dangerous. The extremism, I think, is dangerous, but people don't have really a credible alternative, and the people on the left, the people who are more progressive, are just very frustrated, and they've given up on these Democrats, and it's the Democrats' fault. Thanks for watching.